now 2 weeks. Sorry, I'm like leaving work right now, but I haven't made a video because with all of like the Black Lives Matter movement going on, I wanted to just stay silent and let their voices be heard in that time, and I still want their voices to be heard, but I am ready to use my voice now. I've been educating myself and doing a lot of research, as I feel like most people have been doing. So yeah, I just wanted to address that. But we are picking back up with our regular content now, and I am just now leaving work. Today was a very long day. I got in at work around 7 and it's about 5:30 right now. So, and I worked over lunch, so I worked almost, what's that, like 11 hours? Yeah, like 11 hours. We have a huge deadline coming up in 2 weeks, so everyone's kind of scrambling to get a lot of stuff done. It's our DD set, so it's our design development set, which is the set that goes out before you go into construction documents, which is also known as CDs. So DD is like a pretty big phase before CDs, because CDs is like the final set that goes out before they build the building. So this is where we have to make a lot of our decisions and things that we may have been avoiding in the time from SD, which is schematic design. So a lot of decisions are being made, a lot of things are being implemented now, and a lot's going on. So I'll probably go into work early again tomorrow. I don't even know what this video is going to be, because it's just going to be all over the place. I already can see it coming. It's just going to be a bunch of different things. One thing that I kind of talked about a little bit was the fact that I am in the process of buying a house, which, oh my god, I need to like sit down and, I don't know if I should do a dedicated, maybe I'll just do it today. I don't need to make a dedicated video about it. I'll do it today. But I bought a house in a small town that was probably like 30 minutes away from here, and it was a fixer-upper. It was super cute, had so much charm to it, and I absolutely loved it. But it needed so much work, like $60,000 worth of work at least, just to get it to be livable, because it hadn't been renovated since it was built, and it was built in the 1960s, I believe. So it still had the original like appliances and everything. It was not in rough shape, but it needed to be fixed. And then that fell through after. So you put in, I'm trying to like describe like the process of how to even buy a home, because I've learned so much through this, so maybe I will make a video about it later. But I put in my offer and they accepted. And then I gave them my earnest money, which earnest money is kind of like a deposit in a way. You're giving them either like $500 or $1,000, saying like, I'm serious about this house, and it's just, yeah, like your deposit, pretty much like how you would do for your apartment. You get that money back. Some places, depending where you buy your home and who you do your loan through, I think can be different, but typically it goes into your loan when you close on the house. That earnest money does. So I gave them my earnest money, and then we did an inspection. And you know, an inspector's job is to, I'm like parking, let me park here. I might go inside and talk about this, or should I just, who cares? So an inspector's job is to come in and, you know, inspect your house and pretty much tell you everything that's wrong with your house. So there was a lot of things wrong with the house that I didn't know about yet. So when I went back, I ended up putting in a counter offer of a lower price and said my list of reasons why I'm doing that. And they rejected the offer almost immediately. And, you know, I think this house was a blessing in disguise, because it would have been so much work for a first house. It was a lot of driving every single day. It would have just been a lot for me to take on at my age and where I'm at in life. So then we started house hunting again, and then this house came on the market, and it was like perfect. And it was a flipped home. They bought it for super cheap, you know, and then they flip it and they make a bunch of money from it. And going into the house, it was obviously done very cheap, but very nice. Like there was not a lot wrong with it from like just looking at it. And then we came in, so then I put in my offer, and my realtor came back and said that another person put in an offer as well. So we went into a competitive bid. And I think they did it a little differently because the selling realtor for the seller was also the buying's realtor for the other people that put in the offer, if that makes sense. So she was doing both parties. So she came in and they did like a FaceTime call or Zoom or whatever they did, and they like talked back and forth about it, I guess, and she said it was very competitive, but my offer won. So then I got the house, I put my earnest money in, and I did the inspection, and you have to do your inspection within a certain amount of days, and usually that's listed in your purchase agreement, which is typically around 10 days. So I got in and did my inspection, and he noted a couple things that was wrong, but they were nothing that was like extremely major that needed to be done. But when we got to the house, there was this like red paper in the window, and for anyone that really knows construction, you know, like I noticed it, but I had never really, like, I know what it is, but I'd never seen it in person. And a red note is typically the city coming in and saying you need to cease construction and no one is able to live here. The house must remain vacant until things are fixed or permits are pulled, whatever. So then we learned that a neighbor or somebody around the house asked to pull permits on the house. And before, when they bought the house, there used to be a carport, and then they enclosed it into a garage, and the carport was already pretty much on the property line. So by code, they cannot enclose something that's that close to the property line. It has to be, I think, like 5 feet, but every town is different. Every jurisdiction is different. So in this case, they could not have an enclosed garage. So he had to take that off and make it back into a carport. And then in the backyard, there was this big concrete pad, and it used to be the garage. So you'd drive through the carport, go into the backyard, and park your car in the garage in the backyard. So that was the first thing that they wanted to pull permits on. But then we learned that he did not pull permits for electrical, for plumbing. So he did it all himself and didn't get anybody licensed in there to do it. And then he did not pull permits for windows. And where I'm at, they're very strict about their permits. You have to pull permits for literally everything. And he didn't do anything except for siding. So in the windows were all custom sizes. So they all had to be custom ordered. And now he has to rip all those out and put new back in. The inspector wants to open up all the walls and look at all the electrical and all the plumbing. So I told them that I was still willing to work with them on this property, and I was willing to extend my lease to be able to buy the home, or to be able to live and close in the home. So I was being really flexible, and I was giving him a lot of time to be able to get the stuff done, but he was being pretty nasty about it and pretty shady. I mean, even on the the disclosure about the property, he left boxes unchecked that we didn't really notice, and their selling realtor didn't even notice, which is a huge no-no. And like, why she didn't catch that, we don't know. But he was pretty much pulling the card of, I don't have any money and I'm gonna lose my house over this, and now I have a lien on this house, and you know, everything's going wrong for me. And we're like, that's not our fault that this happened to you, because you knew what you were doing and you did it to yourself. So yeah, we eventually, I even told him, like, I'm willing to keep the carport, but you marketed a single stall car garage. You can build me one in the backyard that's already on the existing foundation for the garage. And he was like, no, I'm not doing anything, all this stuff. So we both mutually agreed to walk away from the home. I got my earnest money back. I actually got it back today. So then flash forward like a week, and my friends live in a condo in Waterloo where I'm at. And they were like, hey, our neighbor has been moving like stuff out of her place. So we asked her what was going on, and they were saying that she's going to be moving and she's looking to get rid of it pretty soon, and they're remodeling some stuff. And so we ended up getting in contact with their neighbor because they talk to them all the time, and she's been there for like 40 years, the neighbor has. So anyways, we go and look at it, and I'm like, this is awesome. You know, I don't have to worry about anything because it's part of an HOA. I just have to pay the fees every month. You know, if something structurally is wrong, that's not on me. I don't have to worry about yard work. I don't have to worry about, you know, those big expenses a homeowner has to deal with besides everything that belongs inside the house, like the HVAC, the water, you know, like those things. So my parents came here and we were looking at other homes that day, and I was like, you know, she said I can come by and look again. Do you guys want to go see it? And we were like, yeah, might as well go see it just to make sure that we're weighing all our options. And we go in, and my mom and dad were both like, this is the best option right now. Like, this is where you should be and all this stuff. So we negotiated with the seller, and now we're doing a for sale by owner, which has been so much easier and so much more laid back than going through a realtor. I don't know. It's just, I feel like a huge weight is lifted off my shoulders. So for sale by owner, you have to get an attorney involved, and then you still have to have your loan officer, and the attorney and the loan officer pretty much do all the communication themselves. And I am in the process of getting like home insurance and everything, but right now we are supposed to close July 24th. And I have a feeling we're going to close sooner because things are moving so quickly with the loan process right now. But it's just, so now I have a condo instead of a single family home, which I think more excited about because I still have a sense of like, this is my home. I still have a garage and all this stuff, but I don't have to worry about yard work and like every little detail that goes into taking care of a home. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. So I'm super, super excited for that. Alex is going to be moving in with me, and we're going to be living together, which is even more exciting. And so trying to think of what else to tell you guys about this because it's just a lot. If you guys have any questions about it, just put them in the comments below and I'll answer any of your questions about the home buying process, what happens. Like, I'm not even completely through it yet, so I'm still learning a lot about how things work. But it's been a lot, especially for my first home. A lot of people say that like it happening once, you know, to the first home that was in a small town, like, you know, at least once it happens to somebody, but this happening to me twice was very rare. And so if you're in the home buying process, don't get discouraged that like these things are going to happen. You know, it's just, you learn as you go. That's really all it is. You cannot predict any of these things that are going to be happening. All right, so I just got back from a run and a workout. I've been doing the Sarah's Day Sweat It to Shred It. The first one, I am my 3rd week in, so I believe it's 8 weeks, so I have 5 more weeks left. The furthest I've ever gotten this is 3 weeks. I haven't gotten past 3 weeks, so I'm really trying to stick to it. I find it to be good workouts, but a little boring, to be honest with you, just because it's like really repetitive movements, and I'm someone that has to like, I don't know, I can't do circuits. I can't sit there and do the same workout 6 times in a row. I get so bored. Like, that's why I like going out and doing activities that are like workouts, like, I don't know, but going into running, like getting into it and enjoying it. So I take Harper, so we did that tonight. I'm currently making some salmon and zucchini, which it's ready to go in now. So this is just a really quick dinner, and there will be enough for lunch tomorrow. I just have my oven at 400, and I'm going to do the timer for like 13 minutes and see how it looks after that. And I'm also going to make a guacamole. I did this, I think, last week, and it was so good. So I'm going to do it again. These are really small avocados, so I'm going to use 4 of them. I'm going to use some tomatoes up, 2 Roma tomatoes, and like, I don't know, I just kind of eyeball this stuff. Ooh, jeez. But probably 1/4 of this onion, and add in some hot sauce, some pepper, and some salt. Actually, I'm gonna use a different salt. And some garlic. If you guys have cilantro, use cilantro. I am out of cilantro, and I also don't have a lime, so I'm not gonna use that. So I'm gonna try parsley with it. I don't think it'll make that big of a difference, but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna mix this all together, and I'll show you what it looks like after. I like my guacamole pretty chunky, but it's so good and so addicting. As I was talking about earlier, so yes, I bought a house, and a lot of videos will be coming for that. I plan on remodeling the bathrooms and like the whole upstairs. It's 2 floors, the whole upstairs before I move in, since I have to stay in my lease through August. I can do all that stuff before I move in, which I'm kind of happy about, that I can get that stuff done beforehand. And then, so I'll do like an empty house tour and the renovations, and then I've been getting a lot of requests to do some like decorating videos, so I'm going to show you some decorating, me shopping, you know, the whole 9 yards of it. Definitely think it will be a fun little series. I'm kind of thinking about making it into like episodes, but I want it to be very casual. I don't want it to be like episode 1 is bathroom renovation demo, whatever. So I want it to be very casual, but a few things. I'm trying to just think of some things that I got that are new that you guys haven't seen yet. Oh, so I got these little things. I'm not quite sure what these are. If anyone knows, let me know. But I got them at this little store in Cedar Falls because they're going out of business, and they had these on sale, and I thought they were super cute. Don't mind the mess either. I got a new Keurig. I can't remember if I talked about this or not before I went silent, but I got a Keurig, or I had a Keurig, but mine was like really bad, and I'm pretty sure I talked about this. And then I got this new one, which I love. This one I highly recommend. I'll link it down below so that you guys can check it out. It's so good. What else did I get? Got these coasters. I just picked these up this weekend, and they're these really pretty marble coasters. I got it from a little boutique in Pella, Iowa. I'll link them down below. Yeah, I love them. They're super cute, and I love that they come with the stand. I really wanted like a holder for them, and that I could only find some that had the coasters, but I really wanted the holders. What else did I get? I don't think I've gotten anything else. I got some of these rugs, which we will see them. Here's a little peek, but you'll see them when I do some renovation videos on the house. One of them will be in the dining room, and one of them will be in the living room, but those probably won't go out for a little bit because I'm saving the downstairs for at least a couple of years from now, just to save up some money. And then we'll be like a gut kitchen, and then we're going to do the basement as well. It's literally like just updating. It's not a like demo by any means. It's just updating the house, you know, normal stuff. It's been the same lady living there for 40 years, so there's got to be some things that I want to change. But I'm going to make this guacamole, and I'll show you guys what it looks like in a bit. So here's the guacamole all done. Like I said, I like mine very chunky. It's so good. I learned if you put the avocado, like the seeds, in this and keep it in the fridge, it will keep it from turning brown. I already threw my seeds away, and I just remembered that I could do that. So whatever, it's fine. I don't really care if it gets brown. I mean, that doesn't mean it's getting bad. It's just being exposed to the air, you know. But I already ate. My salmon was really good. Zucchini, really good. And then I put a little bit of the guacamole on top. But I'm going to package up the rest of this and put it in that for lunch tomorrow. And then I'm going to take a shower and probably edit this video and try and get it up tonight because I haven't had a video up in 2 weeks. So Harp, honey, she always does this when I want to start filming. She grabs her toy, that's the loudest, and starts squeaking it. It's supposed to be super nice the next couple days. It's supposed to be like in the 90s, which I have to work, obviously, and I'm back in the office now. I think I have mentioned that. I can't even remember if I've mentioned anything. I can't even remember what I talked about in my last video. But I need to take a shower so bad. I feel disgusting. And get this video done. It's just gonna be a quick update video, nothing too extreme by any means. It's just, you know, updating on you what did I just say? Updating you on what's going on with my life and videos to come. Those are so like, if you've been following me, I've talked about like there's very fun videos coming. There are fun videos coming. Demo video type things, you know what is she eating? What are you eating? Oh, I think it's an old food bite. Yeah, so I'm going to take a shower. Hello, this is me now a week later editing this video, but I realized I didn't put an outro into this video, so I'm doing that now, and I'm currently editing. So I'm gonna finish this clip and then get it up for you guys, and I hope that you guys liked this random video of things, of updates, and just telling you what's coming, knowing that I'm not leaving you hanging and all that stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next, what am I saying? See you in my next one. Bye.